Hey everybody, it's Innovision, and what we have right here is the Surfs Up Chucky Ultimate Action Figure by NECA. This was a 2025 San Diego Comic-Con convention exclusive. I think this is the perfect send-off for the summer and a great way to transition into spooky season. I'm about to tell you what I like about this action figure and why I actually had to pick it up. Stick around because you don't want to miss any of it. Now we know Chucky hardly needs any introduction at all. This is one creepy doll. How many of you out there were traumatized by Chucky as a little kid or found him to be highly creepy? So my wife thought he's very creepy. I was just like, eh. I always felt like I would just kick him if he came running at me. I was never scared of him. But I don't know. I saw the movies much later in life. I was probably like a teenager, so it didn't feel scary to me. But my poor wife, she was traumatized by her cousin used to run around scaring her, like impersonating Chucky, doing silly shenanigans like that. And obviously my aim here is not to traumatize my wife. I just thought that this version of Chucky, the Surfs Up one, he just looks so innocent. You know, he's enjoying the beach. Like the box art makes him look totally creepy, but the toy, I mean, he just looks like a deranged child. Like especially when kids get hangry, they can start yelling at you and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I think that the Ultimate Chucky. So I picked this one up in my blind box. This one to me just looks like a deranged Cabbage Patch doll. For those of you who weren't aware of it, this year the NECA San Diego Comic-Con exclusives were all like summer and beach themed. So we've got the Bodacious Beach Bros from the Toon series of TMNT. And you know I'm going to be unboxing and putting a review of them up here on the channel. But I couldn't pass up getting the Chucky because they have kind of like a matching theme. And you know, it's a way I can have a little bit of fun pestering my wife as well. And on the back of the box, we've got some pretty funny, you know, candid photo shoots of the action figure. We have Chucky wrapped up in a towel saying, having a killer vacation, wish you weren't here, as he's holding sunscreen, hanging 10, killing again, and take a stab at relaxing as he lays on the beach on his towel. So some of the things besides pestering my wife that compelled me to pick up this action figure, the floaties. I couldn't pass up the fact that this action figure has floaties. Anyone that's had children or wore floaties yourself as a child can relate to this. In fact, nowadays, kids don't really wear floaties. They wear life jackets. There's a lot safer aquatic gear compared to like when I grew up in the 80s. You know, they didn't have any of these things, so I had floaties. And so this is definitely a nod to that era. The other amazing thing about this action figure, which adds to the theme, he comes with his surfboard. He's got a little wave so that the surfboard can sit on top of the wave. And I love the cloth towel. So the sunscreen here is in the likeness of the copper tone sunscreen. They probably didn't get permission to use copper tone, but here it says copper top. And the kid is in the likeness of Chucky that's on the bottle. He's even wearing the same swim trunks. But I think for me personally, exactly how they have him staged on the inner flap of the box here with the sunglasses, that's probably the way I would have it posed. All right, enough about that. It's time to open it. You know, typically when I open a NECA collectible, I'm unwrapping a smile here, but this one's more of a sinister smile. You know, it's funny. One of my kids saw a Chucky. When I was doing the blind box video. They're like, "Dad, who's that ugly baby?" They weren't wrong. I mean, it's not quite a baby, but he's definitely on the ugly side. So the other really nice thing about this action figure, all the summertime accessories it came with, like the sunscreen, for example. If you wanted to stage your TMNT action figures or something, you can throw it up there. It could double as sunscreen for the Ninja Turtles. We've got a replaceable head. This one's the deranged face, where he's like, Of course, he's got a surfboard. It's got a knife or a dagger at the bottom of it for the dorsal fin. And then he's got a skull and crossbones as the decoration. I had to take a quick station break to put his floaties on. And, you know, NECA collectibles, you have to be a little bit delicate with them. You have to take your time. You don't want to break them. I've had some weapons and other smaller accessories break in the past. But I'm very happy to have this one in our collection. I'm going to have some fun with it. I picked up this action figure, the Bodacious Beach Bros, as part of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives this year. So what collectibles did everyone else pick up as part of SDCC this year? And what collectibles are you excited about that are still coming out this year? Be sure to hit me up in the comments section. I want to discuss it with everyone. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, so you don't miss all the toys and gaming tips we've got coming down the pipeline.